Buying a nice car is one of the first things that a newly rich athlete does, and some players have exceptionally good taste, which they use to compile a collection of exotic cars that has few equals. Stay tuned until the end to see which athlete owns a car that was the only one of its kind made in the United States. Before we begin, like this video, subscribe to The Richest, and join our notification squad for more lavish lists. Now here are 10 rich athletes who drive the most exotic cars. Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi is the second highest paid athlete in the world. According to Forbes, his 2017 earnings totaled $111 million. It's no surprise then that the Argentine soccer player owns some pretty expensive cars. Some of his prized automobiles include, or have included, a Ferrari F430 Spider, a Dodge Charger SRT, and various models of Audi. Messi's most exotic car has to be the Maserati Gran Turismo MC Stradale, which he owned from 2012 to 2017. It was priced at more than $150,000, but Messi paid more for several custom modifications, which included a black paint job with red markings in select locations. J.R. Smith. Earl Joseph J.R. Smith is one of the most colorful personalities in sports. He plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers and is known as one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA. Off the court, JR has been embroiled in several controversies, including a reckless driving incident that caused a fatality and a Twitter account that he was forced to close due to typing in the same way as gang members. Even vehicle hobbyism hasn't escaped Smith's vortex of kookiness. In 2013, he bought a $450,000 armored military truck called the Gurkha F5, which people were shocked to see being driven around New York. Smith also owns a Ferrari 458 and a Mercedes-Benz G550. Henrik Lundqvist. Henrik Lundqvist is a prim, proper, and prodigious goalie for the NHL's New York Rangers. Nicknamed King Henrik, the Swedish stud is considered one of the most stylish athletes in a brutish sport. Hank ranks among the highest-paid players in the NHL, and knowing his eye for style, it's no surprise that his cars are as exquisite as his suits. Besides a $270,000 Bentley Continental GTC Supersports, Henrik owns a Batmobile-looking Lamborghini Gallardo, which has 552 horsepower and tops out at 200 miles an hour. He had a few modifications added to the factory model, including the name Lundqvist inscribed where Lamborghini used to be. Mario Balotelli. This Italian soccer star has a car collection as colorful as his personality. Mario Balotelli is a notorious striker for OGC Nice, who has become more famous in the tabloids than on the soccer pitch. Still, Balotelli is an amazing player, and he's even represented Italy at the 2014 and 2018 World Cups. Though he's far from the highest-paid person in soccer, he still makes enough to own some seriously tricked-out cars. The familiar cast of characters include a $265,000 Ferrari F450, a Lamborghini Gallardo, a Maserati GT, multiple kinds of Audi, and a Range Rover Evoque. However, the car that has earned Balotelli the most media coverage is his uniquely modified Bentley Continental GT. The $330,000 car was wrapped in camouflage print. Unfortunately, the pattern had the opposite effect, and since the soccer star has quite a few haters, the car was often vandalized. Robinson Cano. Not long ago, Robinson Cano was one of the top hitters in the MLB. In each season from 2010 to 2014, Cano was named an All-Star and finished high in MVP voting. Cano owns over a dozen cars, some of which include a Mercedes-Benz S550, a McLaren 12C, a custom Porsche Panamera 4S, and a custom home run derby Jeep Wrangler. As you can tell, Cano likes modifications, which is why his favorite car must be his Ferrari 458 Italia Spider. The car is decked out with Volano wheels, a red interior, and blacked-out taillights. Most notably, the Ferrari is completely gold, which is an appropriate choice for a player who made $177 million in his career. Bubba Watson. Bubba has made over $41 million in tour winnings. This doesn't include sponsorships, which for famous golfers often exceeds their winnings. How does Bubba spend his money, you ask? On acquiring some of the most unique cars in the world. Bubba admitted that he bought 37 cars in 12 years, and he's even the co-owner of a Chevy dealership. But the Floridian's pride and joy is none other than the General Lee. Yes, Bubba bought the General Lee, which was used in the culturally canonized Southern TV show The Dukes of Hazzard. The car, which is a modified 1969 Dodge Charger, was bought by Bubba at auction for $121,000. LeBron James. The undisputed best player in the NBA and disputed best player in NBA history has a penchant for buying expensive cars just to get bored and swap them for different ones. I mean, wouldn't you do the same if you made $85 million a year? LeBron has owned a Porsche 911 Turbo S, a Mercedes-Benz S63 AMG, a Ferrari F430 Spider, a Maybach 57S, and just like his Cavalier teammate, a Hummer H2. LeBron's most exotic car is without a doubt the Lamborghini Aventador. However, this isn't any old Lamborghini Aventador. No, LeBron's Lamborghini was custom-made by Lou La Vie, Rich B. Caliente, and Toys for Boys Miami in conjunction with the launch of the LeBron 11 sneaker. The car is painted with the exact same design as the liner of the shoe. David Beckham. David Beckham exemplifies class and style, so why wouldn't his car collection invoke the same qualities? The international soccer phenom and unofficial British patriarch, whose net worth with wife Victoria totals $770 million, has accumulated a plethora of cars, bikes, and other vehicles, ranging from typical to extremely atypical. Beckham has or used to have a Chevrolet Camaro, a Cadillac Escalade, an Audi S8, a Bentley Mulsanne, multiple kinds of Rolls-Royce, and a Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. Regarding exotic sports cars, Beckham has his fair share as well. They include a Jaguar F-Type Project 7, a Porsche Turbo, a Ferrari 612 Scaglietti, and a Lamborghini Gallardo. He's also been in possession of a couple oddballs like a Hummer H2 and a Range Rover for all his soccer playing and family needs. Unfortunately, or fortunately in the perspective of the buyers, Beckham has sold several of his cars, just as many celebrities with fleeting passions do. John Cena. Yes, we're being a little loose with the term athlete here, but we just couldn't resist including John Cena's supercar in this video. John Cena is a 6'1", 250-pound professional wrestler who's won 16 WWE championships. However, you may know him best from the big screen. He's not a bad actor and had a breakout performance in Trainwreck. Regardless of where you know him from, the larger-than-life Cena has a larger-than-life car collection, which includes one of the most souped-up cars we've ever seen. Along with classic American muscle cars like a 1966 Dodge Hemi Charger, a 1969 Copo Chevrolet Camaro, and a 1971 Plymouth Roadrunner, and newer cars like a 2006 Dodge Viper and a 2017 Ford GT, John owns a 2013 custom Corvette CR Incinerator. It looks like it came right out of the future. In fact, John Cena's request to the car's modifiers was to make it look like it's from the year 3000. The Incinerator has a glass clamshell opening, jet turbine-inspired rims, and 8 flamethrowers. It retained its original Corvette engine, however, a 5.5-liter V8 with 491 horsepower. Floyd Mayweather. Lionel Messi earns peanuts compared to Floyd Money Mayweather. The former professional boxer was the world's highest-paid athlete in 2017, racking up $275 million. Besides a measly $10 million sponsorship, these earnings were all for one fight. Now Floyd is retired and he can relish in one of the most impressive car collections of any celebrity. Floyd is said to have bought over 100 cars from one dealership alone. He owns or has owned a $365,000 Lamborghini Aventador, a Ferrari Enzo which sold at auction for $3 million, and a $2.5 million custom-designed Code 57 supercar, of which only 5 were made. But this is nothing compared to Floyd's priciest and rarest car, a $4.8 million Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita. He owns the only one that was ever made in the United States. In terms of power, Floyd's most impressive vehicle may be the Bugatti Veyron, a $3.3 million sports car that held the Guinness World Record as the fastest street legal vehicle ever made. And that's all for 10 rich athletes who drive the most exotic cars. Which sports star's car is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome videos every day, and we'll see you soon.